Alzheimer's, what they forget to tell you.
Episode 55.
55.
55, 25. How are you feeling?
Me.
Still?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So we were talking about how
Hi, Craig.
this can be a festive but also really difficult time of year as a caregiver.
How is it festive and difficult?
It's festive because when you go outside, you see all the lights and the inflatable snow globes and the giant Santas. There's a giant Santa down the street that's like taller than the house. Unnecessary, but festive. For most people, this time of year is festive, but it can be difficult as well when the family dynamics are a little bit different, when we're caring for our loved ones. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Dad.
Agree or disagree?
I absolutely agree. Unfortunately, for me personally, if you knew my parents, Christmas was like a big deal in our house. Always. My dad loved it. My mom loved it. So there was a lot of traditions that I grew up with, and I was fortunate enough to experience Christmas in Canada and in Trinidad, which is like a whole different world. I love Christmas in Trinidad. And my parents both went all out in both places. So Christmas was already tough, losing my dad, and then compounded by Mom being sick every single Christmas since. I did a lot of, I kept the traditions up for many, many years for my son because he needs to know the traditions. Being an only child, he needs to know what I'm accustomed to. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the times, I was fortunate also to have a few Christmases with my brother. He would come with his family, my niece and my nephew and my sister-in-law, so that we did experience Christmas as a family as much as we could to try to include Mom when she was in the early stages of the disease. So yeah, that was good. But then, as of late, the older jailing got, we didn't have to do the theatrics of it. Like, a few years ago we decided we're not putting up a tree. We have kind of like a low-key Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate, but my birthday falls in the same month as Christmas, so there's two big things for me that fall together, so it's a little bittersweet every single time. It's like, because before my birthday, my dad, I would always get a call, because my dad, once I moved here and he moved there, 6 a.m, I would, there's that call in the morning with the bad singing of happy birthday. But, you look forward to it.
I can call you at 6 o'clock in the morning.
No, thanks. It's okay. I'm good.
And I can sing horribly.
No.
I'll practice.
It's not the same.
I'm going to practice.
No. And so, having said that, and not having the happy birthday from your parents, it's sad.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think with like special occasions, I mean, we remember growing up and, like you said, like the traditions, and it's almost like it's magical because everything is done almost for us. Like our parents created that magic for us, and it's different because then it becomes reality, right? That when we're the ones that have to kind of hold up to the traditions if we choose to, and create that magic.
It's compounded because, when we lived here, Wendy, Jason, Uncle Bill, Auntie Jo, like they always came over for dinner. Mm-hmm. And so there's like those things, there's like a lot of changes. So.
Mm-hmm. So I can see why it's still blah.
Yeah, it's blah.
It's blah.
It's blah.
But then, like, how do you get through the month, right? Because remember when I was asking you earlier, you were just like, I just need to get through the month, right? And then once the month is done, we kind of go back to status quo, which is, I don't know what that is, really, in your life. But,
every holiday is it's hard. So, okay, Thanksgiving, Christmas, my birthday, New Year's, then Mother's Day rolls around, Father's Day. Like, it's just, it seems like any type of remembrance, you know, it's a trigger. Like, you know, when you're trying to deal with things, as they say, it comes in waves. Like, grief is, you know, I think we were talking about that in a podcast of how it's like a dark circle, but eventually it becomes lighter and lighter. But you can still go back when there's a trigger, right? And these things, like, you remember so clearly. Like, my birthday's a trigger. Like, when it's coming up, when the trigger of getting old too, like, right? Okay.
We're not getting old.
Oh, well, I am. The calendar suggests otherwise. So
my joints when I get out of bed in the morning.
My back says different. My back.
Yes. Yeah. The joints when it's damp.
Yeah. So So when it's a birthday or Christmas, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. I know for me it's a little bit different this year because, like, my dad's birthday is your birthday.
Good people. Yay. Good people.
But it's also his first birthday with him gone, and then it's also the first Christmas without my parents, right? Like, I always talk about my dad's passing as like the loss of my last parent, which I think makes at least my process different. I know we've talked about this before.
I know, and I feel as if I already feel like I'm there, even though I'm not there. I feel like I've been there for a long time.
Right. But yeah, I mean, you think about all the traditions and you think about all the things that have changed, and we're getting older, but it is definitely a difficult time of year, because I think also the response, like I said, like it was magical when we were younger, and now it's like it's the stress, right? Like I mean, my two little ones are like the stockings, the tree's still not up, so the tree's not up, and you know, the Christmas shopping and the Christmas lists and Santa this and the elf on the shelf, which by the way I don't participate in because I just don't.
I don't even understand what you're saying.
The elf on the shelf?
No, I understand what you're saying. But I don't understand what you're saying.
That
We never had any elf on the shelf.
That was me.
Growing up.
No, I told them we don't have an elf on the shelf because I tell Santa.
What's the concept?
So the elf on the shelf is, and I've never had it, so please correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody out there, if I do this wrong, you're supposed to tell the child that the elf is from the north. It's Santa's elf, right? And the elf watches the kids to make sure that they're nice and not naughty. And then every night when the kids are asleep, the elf goes back up to the North Pole and reports to Santa, and then comes back down, which is why you're supposed to move the elf, like, around the house, like, every day. I don't have the time or the energy to keep moving this elf.
We didn't have that
growing
up. We didn't have the elf on the shelf. We had Santa, but we didn't have this elf on the shelf.
We didn't have Santa.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have Santa.
All right.
Because we celebrated on Christmas Eve, and then we were impatient, so we opened all of our presents at the stroke of midnight.
Because that's a Filipino tradition.
Yes, because then after you open up all the gifts, you eat again, and then you go to sleep until like the next day. So there was no time for Santa to come down and give us our gifts.
So you had no Santa?
We had no Santa.
Okay.
One year, I remember my uncle tried to show up with Santa, and it was like the poorest state of events. It was like a red plastic bag. His beard was a plastic bag. I think at that point we all kind of called it quits and knew that Santa was not necessarily real. But anyways, like it's now like that reality of being the adult and having to create the magic for them, which is stressful, and it takes a lot of energy, and I don't necessarily think it's magical anymore. It's not magical.
Well, it's just sad for me.
Yeah.
get through it.
How? That was my original question.
How do I
And
get
then we
through
got
it?
through like Elf on the Shelf and stuff. How do you get through it? What advice would you give to other caregivers during this time of the year?
You want me to give advice?
Yes, give advice.
On how to get through it?
Provide the advice.
But it depends. I guess it depends on where your loved one is in the journey. Like at the beginning, when my mom was early onset, as much as it was stressful, she was still able to be involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but of course, it's different. It's much different. But towards where I'm at, it's difficult because she's at the end of life.
So do you feel like it's like any other day?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah.
For years, it's been any other day. Because it's completely changed. Everything's different now. So, yeah.
Okay.
I don't have... those traditions are gone.
Mm-hmm.
They're not necessary now. That's the way I feel.
Which I can totally understand.
Like I've given Jalen.
Do you guys have food like right now?
What do you mean? Like at Christmas? Oh yeah.
Like right now? Or?
I make a turkey and all. I do all the stuff. I cook. Because like Jalen needs to know like this is what we do for Christmas. So yeah, I make a turkey. I do the stuff. I do all that stuff. But it's just not the same. Yeah. We have food, Mark.
I didn't know if you...
And I'm getting pastels too this Christmas.
I don't know what that means.
It's a Trinidadian dish.
Okay. Explain, because I don't
It's
know
a
what that
long
means.
process. My mom used to make it, but it's I think it's a Spanish tradition. But it's a long, like it was a whole thing that we used to do at Christmas. It's one of those things we used to make and you'd have to do it like weeks in advance because it's so laborious, right? And it's like cornmeal and ground beef. And a whole bunch of different things, capers, right? And it's sort of like I don't know, a group of people get together and usually make it. And I used to do it with my mom and a whole bunch of other people.
So how are you getting them this year?
A friend of mine from Trinidad is making them.
That's nice. See,
Got
that's good.
connections.
It's important to have connections.
Well, because it's long, I could never do that by myself.
But okay, so my original question was, how do you cope, right? And here's my thing. So here's my question, because I'm thinking what you were saying.
Okay, to be honest, right now, especially now, I just hope my mom makes it through Christmas.
Right.
Because it's already hard. Mm-hmm. That will be worse.
Right.
So I'm just praying that, you know.
Because I think that was also like with my dad like every year for. It's like a merge. Oh, I was gonna say on crack.
Yeah. So Mark says pastels are like a vulgar miniature corn pie on crack. It is.
That is very descriptive.
It is, but it's so good. It's so good.
There's a visual in my head now.
It's so good.
Right. But yeah, look. So like the last few years, it was that idea with my dad. Is this the last Christmas? Mm-hmm. Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? I was actually having a conversation with my aunt about if we were going to throw him an 85th birthday. We threw him an 80th birthday at the nursing home, and we were like, well, that's like 2 years from now. Is he going to make it to the 84th? So it's always that kind of impending question as to really what it's going to be.
It's already hard. Christmas is already hard. Yeah, Mark, just saying. It's hard already for me, and I would never want to experience that. And I know, like, some people probably have already experienced that.
Right.
But I'm just hoping I don't have to.
But my question was going to be, like, so like you said, everything was like, it's all just like any other day, right? Which is already difficult because you know it's not any other day with other people. But, like, you see, like, how difficult is it for you? I can imagine how difficult it would be for me, and it is for me, to treat it as every other day, while it seems like everybody around you is like festive, and
well, that's why I don't like to surround I know. I don't like to really go anywhere
Mm-hmm.
because of that same thing. I don't want to be a downer.
Right.
Like, I am in my own thing, and I know people, their natural thing is to try to pull you out of that. But I'm not in really anything. I'm just
Right.
very apathetic.
But I think that it's understandable.
What?
Whatever you choose to do at this time of the year is your choice, because everybody deals with this differently.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that it's that level of understanding, and just, you do whatever you think you need to do. I say this because I invited her to our house for Christmas.
And I'm like,
Do what you
wow,
want.
Don't get your hopes up. Because the likelihood is
And,
slim to none.
and I said that's okay.
No,
That's completely
but
fine.
I do go, but it's
I know.
it's tough. It's tough.
Right.
And I appreciate it.
I know, but I too, even if you don't go.
Like
I'd
I
be
always say,
okay,
like, I
cool.
appreciate all the invitations. I want to be included. I might not come, but still
Right.
want to be included.
Right.
Want the option.
Mm-hmm. Options are good.
I like options.
Yeah.
And I appreciate everybody. Like, I've had a lot of people text messaging me and checking on me. And I even had a good friend of mine, Natalie, she popped in to see me. I know people think, like, I posted that, like, I'm taking a break from social media. And I'm really not going through anything. I'm just, I don't know how to explain it.
Well, no, I don't know if it's the same as what I was remember when we were talking a few months ago and you were telling me I was going through something. I'm fine.
No, I think I'm going through a second midlife crisis.
Well, no, I think that the way I described it before was like, you're not going through, no, remember when we were talking about it a couple months ago and you were saying that there was something, I was going through something, and I was like, no, I'm not, I'm fine. But the way I described it was that I wasn't going through anything, I just wasn't feeling anything at all.
You're numb? I'm not numb.
Okay.
I'm going into my 50th year, and that's a little like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
That's like putting things in perspective.
50's the new...
50's the new what?
I don't know, I was trying to ask
50
you.
is the new 50?
It was like fill in the blank. I was going to get you to fill it out. 50's the new...
50. It's the new. It's old and new.
No.
And people are like, oh, it's his goal. No, age is just a number. Well, it's a big one. It's a 5 and a 0.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Because you can't.
No.
You don't know the feeling. And then I look back at 18 years, and then I look back, and then I have a lot to accomplish this year, so.
This year in your 50th year, or this year in 2019? Two different things, just saying.
No, coming up.
So 2019.
Mm-hmm.
What are those things?
I want to finish my doctorate,
Mm-hmm.
and
You said a lot of things. There's only
that's a lot. That's a
It
lot.
is.
It's a lot of
3
things.
courses, right?
Yeah, but plus your dissertation. That's a lot.
Anything else?
No, I don't want to put any more on the list. Oh, I want to open the foundation.
Yes?
So 2 things. 2 big things.
Okay.
Right. Hi, Betty.
So, you have no other advice
On
for
how to
people?
get through it?
How to get through it?
I don't.
See, because I think people do it differently. Some people want to surround themselves with people. Other people would want to just spend time on their own. But I think that you just have to find what's good for you.
Yeah, you have to figure out what's best for you. I wouldn't go the alone route.
Okay.
Like, that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's after years. Like, this, remember, I'm in my 18th, going in my 19th year with my mom. And 17 years for my dad. So I'm like, what, a professional?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you too tomorrow, Betty. I think if you're just going through this, you should surround yourself with people.
Yeah.
I don't think you should do it alone.
Do you think...
And I'm technically not alone. Like, Jalen will be here.
Maybe we can go to IKEA.
Oh my God. No.
IKEA.
No. We're just going to do what we normally do. He's going to play PlayStation 4 and ignore me, and I'm going to watch movies or Netflix in my room. That's what we do.
You don't sound bitter.
We're not, no, but that's how we interact.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so, no, surrounding yourself with people is important. I think also, sometimes it's helpful, maybe, I don't know, but to create new traditions.
Well, I did.
What are your new traditions?
What I just said.
Watching Netflix and being ignored by your son who's playing PlayStation 4?
Yeah. It's new and improved because I'm sure there's a new game.
Oh my God, I gotta tell you something later.
No, but anyways, no, but remember, I still cook, so like it's not like we're eating craft dinner.
We got food.
Right, there's food.
There's food.
There's a smorgasbord of food.
Right.
Right. So I'll cook.
Okay.
All day. So
Right.
he can ignore me, and we can eat separately.
Jalen, if you ever watch this in the future, please don't.
Unless I force him.
No, he'll be happy to be home.
I'm sure he will because he misses my cooking.
That's right. See? So it'll work.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a whole new tradition too because this is his first year
time.
Away and coming back for
So
Christmas.
He'll have a deeper appreciation for his mother.
And a lot of laundry. A lot of laundry and a lot of, home cooking. Whole new tradition. I think new traditions are important when we lose our old traditions. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. We said we were going to keep it short today.
Yes. And it's already 22 minutes and 16, 17, 18, 19.
I think it's helpful to talk about what works for you.
Well, I have a new tradition. So, like Betty, we're going to keep this tradition up of celebrating our birthdays together. Because we've missed that for a long time.
That'll be nice.
And we're 10 days apart. I'm older. Okay, fine. Okay, well.
By 10 days.
By 10 days. Okay, that's our new thing. See?
Will you like double the size in 10 days?
What?
Well, it's not that 10 days. You'll be the same size anyway.
What are you talking about?
When Betty was born, you were only 10 days old.
That's right.
It's not that. I don't even know what you're agreeing with something that I'm not saying.
Because it's all when you get our age, you'll understand. 10 days makes a big difference.
Our age is
I'll
not that far
forever be
away.
older than Betty. Forever. Forever.
Betty knows my brother, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Betty.
It's not your birthday. It's 23rd.
I'm not gonna see. Am I going tomorrow to celebrate your birthdays? So can I say happy birthday to Betty?
Fine.
Like right now, you want to talk? Does she want to talk to you now? What?
I don't know.
Okay. So now where are we at? 23. So you have new traditions. Jalen.
She said she's kidding.
So, Jalen's coming home for Christmas. Ignoring each other. Lots of food. See? You're welcome. She's discouraging me. Yes, you did. You said it wasn't her birthday.
Not yet.
Like, I'm stealing thunder.
You are.
I'm not stealing thunder. No.
Yeah. Showboating.
Actually, I was saying happy birthday to her, so you're blaming her.
No, I'm blaming you. No, I'm blaming you.
For being courteous?
You.
Courteous.
Don't
It
try
would
to
be
shift the blame.
rude. It would be rude if we talked about her birthday and I didn't say anything.
Okay. All right. So.
I'm just practicing my manners. Okay. New traditions. Get through the month.
Yes. So for anyone who's going through any loss or a loved one's ill at this time, and it's tough, and I get it, and you're kind of feeling displaced. That's what I feel like. That's my term. I feel displaced because I don't feel like I fit in a box.
Right.
Like, like I'm out of the box. And If you're feeling like that, just make your own things, make your own, and nobody cares. Like if you want to sit and watch Netflix, no one's gonna judge you. If you're gonna binge watch something, watching Billions right now. Oh, it's so good.
It depends
Billions.
on what you're binge watching.
Are you watching? No. Have you seen Billions?
I'm not even telling you what I finished because it's on live.
Good. It's so intriguing.
I have to find something new. So what's it about?
A billionaire.
That might make me feel guilty for being poor.
And I just finished watching, what is it called? Big Little Lies. That was good.
Oh, that one won a lot of awards.
But it should have, because it
was really good. But is that the one with Claire Danes? Because I don't...
No.
Okay, good.
It's Nicole Kidman, Reese Witherspoon.
Okay.
It's really good.
Okay.
Really, really good. I'm mad because it was only one season.
I can't commit to anything that has less than 3 seasons.
I know Billions has 3 seasons.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm watching it.
But yeah, whatever your tradition is going to be, whatever gives you, like, really, it's just to kind of just get through that time, right? So, yeah, binge watching Netflix is always helpful. Being ignored by your adult children, not so much. Jalen, don't ignore your mother.
He does, but
Do
it's
not
okay.
ignore
We're
your
cool
mother.
with that. We're good. He says he likes the fact that he just knows I'm here, but he doesn't really need to interact with me.
I like how you say that, like, it's sweet. It was so sweet when he said he doesn't need to interact.
He doesn't really need to interact. Just like snow.
I loved it. A little tear just kind of fell down like this.
He's so sweet.
Oh, Jalen, you're a sweetheart. Don't ignore your mother.
He won't. I'm telling you. I bet you any money. Let's say bet. He's gonna be like so different.
Yes, because he misses you.
Yeah, because I've let him go.
That's right.
Cut the umbilical cord.
So really, it is going to be different. Maybe you just need to get through the next week and a half until he comes, because it's not just Christmas. It'll be like the whole time he's home, you guys can spend together until he goes back. Spend together ignoring each other.
He's going to be wanting to be out with his friends. He hasn't seen them for so long. He's going to get caught up with them.
Jalen, you're getting in a lot of trouble during this podcast. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was there. I've been there, done that.
Okay.
I went away to school. I know how it is. You want to ask Betty. I don't think my parents really saw me. They even used to say that. You only came to see Betty. Okay, as long as you know. Okay, we're good.
True. Guilty as charged.
Correct. That's affirmative. So, like, okay. So I get it. It's all part of growing up.
Yeah.
He doesn't need me as much. He just needs me to finance him. I'm the bank. Mm-hmm. I'm the ATM. I'm okay with that. All right, then. So
people are just joining in and we're about to end. But
stay tuned next week when I think Catherine is really coming next week on my birthday.
Can we all sing? Can we sing? Can we type out?
That's
can
not
we
necessary.
Type the singing?
Type the singing. After you turn 40.
In different languages.
40, I think birthday songs should be banned.
Just for that, we're going to type out, if you are going to be watching next week, lyric by lyric.
Do you know?
Happy birthday to you, enter. Happy birthday to you, enter. Happy birthday to Karen.
That's not necessary.
Enter. With emojis, with balloons and cake and... Can we have cake?
No. For what?
Should I bring cake? I want to bring cake. And we can blow out candles. I'll put 50 candles on.
I'm not 50 yet. I'm 49. Crying out loud.
When one for good luck.
I'm in my 50th year.
49 candles and one for good luck. One deep and delicious cake.
Okay, well that's great, and that's not happening.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so festive. She's not gonna open the door.
That's not happening.
You're not gonna open the door.
No,
I know.
not.
It's
So,
gonna happen.
Okay.
Birthday festivities next week. Stay tuned.
No, we're not. Why are you
Use
lying?
Google Translate to find the lyrics for Happy Birthday in every language.
I know it in Spanish.
Yes, but apparently they do it differently depending on where where you're from. Yes. I want all of it.
No. We're not doing that. So that's not happening.
Wingdings, you can use wingdings. And
What the hell's a wingding?
the little characters. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up at this point.
Okay.
Emojis,
we're way
balloons.
off topic.
No, it's about celebrating stuff when you're feeling like
Old?
Low.
Old?
You
49-ish?
have to get through this.
50-ish?
And
50-ish. No?
What do you
49-ish.
want?
Oh, it's my last year of my 40s.
that's right.
Okay.
It's time to be festive.
All right.
I'm bringing party hats.
Party of one.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, so this has been long and long-winded and way over time.
We have been talking about how to cope with feeling difficult feelings during important days. I think we stayed on topic.
And how difficult it is.
Right. Your look of frustration tells me that you don't think that we stayed on topic.
No, I think we did. I just don't want to keep talking about my birthday. The impending birthday. And I'm not afraid of getting older. I'm already old. I embrace my age. I don't care. It really doesn't bother me.
Okay. I believe you.
Okay.
Okay.
Good talk.
Anyways, see you next week. Bye.
Are you going to press finish?
How do I? It's so far. Okay, hold on. But then it's like a really big close up. There we go.